Hey guys, I'm sorry for the lateness of this video. Well, I guess it's not really that late because it's only Monday, and I really should say my videos will go up on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, but we'll see. This is when I just had time to film this one. But I've been thinking about something lately that just kind of fully percolated in my brain on Thursday. Um, And I said I was going to do storytime videos in my last video, so this is one of those. It'll be marked somewhere in the thumbnail of this video. But Thursday, I got home from work and I was preparing to do some laundry, and then the smoke alarm went off in my apartment. Well, I wasn't cooking, but I was like, okay. And all of the smoke alarms went off throughout the entire building. So I'm now trying to figure out if this is like an actual fire, and I need to like get myself and my cat, out of here, or if this is like somebody who just pulled the smoke alarm, whatever. And I'm on one of the upper floors of the building, so it's actually really hard for me to get down all the flights of stairs, especially going down. It's not my strength. Up is fine. Down is a whole different set of muscles. But you know that if you have any kind of disability like I do, or CP. So sorry, I just lost my train of thought. So I go out into my hallway and I find a bunch of my neighbors. And one of them was able to quickly take a rundown and find out that yes, it was somebody on one of the other floors who was cooking and smoked out a pot, but then the entire floor filled with smoke, thus the reason the entire building's smoke alarms were going off. So at that point, we were all sort of told that the word kind of spread that we could all kind of go back to our business and it was all good and we weren't in danger. And I just had new neighbors move in beside me, and so we happened to be beside each other, and I introduced myself. Hi, I'm Mindy. He says, hi, I can't even remember my own neighbor's name. I really should ask him his name again. But so we're looking at each other and we're kind of talking about what just happened, and he says, oh, the reason I have an eye like that is because I was in an accident. And I noticed only after he said that. To which I said, like, oh, I didn't even notice. So we went back into our own apartments and going about our things. And I thought, wow, I wonder how many people don't notice that I am disabled if I don't tell them. Like, I think, and people have told me this time and time again, but I guess it just finally hit me on Thursday that you are not the center of everybody else's world. Everybody else is centered on themselves. So I know sometimes as persons with disabilities, we get worried about what people will think or what people see when they see us. Will they tease us? Will they stare? And the thing is that yes, they might, and staring is awkward and weird, and yeah, I get all the videos on staring. I understand that. I probably even have one, or if I don't have one already, I'll probably make one in the future. But really, I wonder if the opposite is true. If they only notice you because maybe you're the only person in the hall, or if they only notice you because you bring attention to yourself. Now, this is sort of awkward being that, yes, I run a channel about disability, but I think what I'm trying to say, or I hope what I'm trying to say is coming across, that, you know, I think our greatest enemies are ourselves, and it's when we stop thinking about ourselves in the way of, oh, people are going to stare at me, people are going to wonder why I'm wearing heels, or wonder why I'm wearing these types of flip-flops if I can barely keep them on my feet, and wonder why I speak like this, or why I move like that. I think it's more of a question of becoming comfortable with that, and when there are people who ask, educating them, but also realizing that the people that make fun of that, or decide to comment on that, only do that out of ignorance. So when we make videos on staring or how to treat people with disabilities, obviously they're great. They are a way for us to raise awareness. But in the same vein, we're also perpetuating that, letting that same stereotypes, those same things, those same barriers um, take precedence in our lives. And if we learn to take those things, yes, and say, okay, yes, I had a crowd of people stare at me today, and I had 3 people make fun of me, and I am now feeling really bad about that. If I take that and let that become me, and that's all I talk about, and that's all I am perpetuating myself to be, the person who gets stared at, then it takes up more space in my life, when I could be being more positive and proactive and focusing on the things that do make me happy and do bring joy to my life. So when it comes to people staring, or people talking about you, or people saying, like, even bringing up things that you think everybody will notice, you don't always have to do that. I know in my first year of university, I consciously made an effort not to tell people that the reason I walked funny was CP. Of course, I would tell them if they asked and if they had questions. Sure, I was an open book, but it wasn't necessarily the first part of the first sentence that came out of my mouth, It wasn't, hi, I'm Mindy, I have CP, that's why I walk funny, right? And I would challenge anybody who's younger, who might be watching this, who might be in like middle school, high school, try doing that for a little while. If you're, joining a new club, or school's starting soon, so starting your new grade, if you're around a bunch of new people, try to let that not be one of the first things that you tell everybody about yourself. And see if they really care. I know that this is probably easier in the higher grades and in university than in some of the younger grades, but younger kids can be very forgiving as well. So try it and see what happens, and tell me your experience. Because, I think as people with differences, we all have a lot of the same experiences, but what we learn from is how each one of us individually handles them. So that is my sort of story slash rant slash hopefully made sense video for you today. And if you have any other kinds of stories that you might want me to do, tags, videos, rants, leave them down below, and I always check my comments in the first, say, couple days of my videos. But then after that, just email me at livingmycplife@gmail.com. You can always visit my website and drop a question there, livingmycplife.com, and I will talk to you guys later.